Live from Lincoln, this is 1011 Now at 5.
Coming up, we're posted up at what was expected to be the former President Trump rally tonight. Speakers were set to get underway right now, but that has all changed. More on that in a moment. Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Kelsey Passold.
And I'm Bill Shamron. It is not often you find Lincoln in the red moderate risk area for severe weather potential, but that is where we are at today.
Our sky view isn't showing anything yet, but that potential will increase as we get into the evening hours. We're in a severe weather alert day, so let's head straight to Brandon for more. Hi, Brandon.
Hello, Kelsey and Bill. We have the tornado watch that was issued earlier this afternoon for portions of southern Nebraska and into northern Kansas. You can see Grand Island, Hastings, McCook. That is until 9 tonight, and then the tornado watch till 11 for Lincoln, Beatrice, and down into northeastern Kansas. We have some new severe thunderstorm warnings and a tornado warning to tell you about. You can see this line of storms that is moving through central Nebraska at this time, and we take you right to that tornado warning for northwestern Phillips and southwestern Harlan counties. Not only is this storm capable of producing a tornado, in fact, a confirmed tornado was near the Stamford area, moving east at 15 miles per hour. So you can see Stamford there just below the banner, below where the time is, and it looks like it is moving again east, 15 miles per hour. Golf ball size hail also possible as we have a confirmed tornado that was located near Stamford at 4:57 p.m. So this storm seems to be between Stamford, Alma, and Long Island as it is moving again off towards the east, maybe a little southeastward drift. We're going to move a little further northward and show you that severe thunderstorm warning that was just issued as well, and that includes portions of, you can see kind of a large area there from Oxford up towards Holdridge and Sumner. That is a severe thunderstorm warning going until 5:30. That includes western Buffalo, Phelps, eastern Gosper, eastern Dawson, northeastern Furnace, and northern Harlan. That is for 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail. And then we also have severe thunderstorm warnings for northeastern Custer County until 5:30. This would include the Sargent area, 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts, quarter-size hail. That storm moving east at 45 miles per hour. And we are going to continue to see this line of storms moving eastward. We're going to see more storms develop. So over central and eastern Nebraska, north central, northeastern Kansas is where we'll have that best chance at seeing that severe weather between now and 9. You can see that line maybe around Norfolk, Columbus, Lincoln, Beatrice. And then it looks like by midnight that line could be east of us and we're likely done with the severe weather threat. So for this evening in Lincoln, we're going to see showers and thunderstorms likely. Some of those storms severe. I think our prime window maybe between that, say, 7 and 10 p.m. of time frame for the capital city. Coming up, we will take another look at the severe weather threat. We'll have the latest for you on any new warnings. We'll also take a look at that weekend forecast.
The speeches were supposed to start right about now in Greenwood, Nebraska, but that's not happening.
Yeah, the weather Brandon's talking about forced a postponement, not a cancellation, for former President Trump and gubernatorial candidate Charles Herbster's rally. 1011 Now's Bailey Bischoff is live with more. Bailey.
Bill, Kelsey, we were brought onto Charles Herbster's bus where he told some of his closest supporters this event had to be postponed, sending hundreds of people who had waited here all day long getting ready back home. Heavy wind, high wind, and the potential for heavy rain and hail halted the Trump rally supporters spent hours preparing for, many telling us they traveled across the country to be here. But Herbster said he'd been on the phone with Trump several times throughout today, and they both agreed the risk was too high.
Both talked, we made the decision together, we made it jointly, we put out the statement together from him. Our number one purpose is to make sure that everybody is safe.
Supporters we spoke to after the cancellation said they were disappointed, but agreed safety had to come first and that they'd follow the former president anywhere he went, whenever he went there. Now you can see behind us that equipment that was on the grandstand built specially for this event is starting to be torn down to protect it from whatever weather may come tonight. But Herbster and his supporters say they will be all right back here on Sunday. Reporting in Greenwood, Bailey Bischoff, 1011 Now.
And any more details we get on Sunday's rally, we will pass on to you. Thank you so much, Bailey.
Retired Cambridge Fire Chief John Trumbull was laid to rest today. He died fighting the Road 702 wildfire on Sunday. His family, friends, and community filled the Cambridge High School gymnasium to say goodbye to the man who served as a firefighter and chief for so many years. The United States Honor Network also announced today that he'll be presented with the U.S. Honor Flag. The Honor Flag is presented at funerals for fallen military, police, and firefighters across the nation.
He always had a knack for showing up big in exactly the right situations, exactly when he was needed the most. My guess is that's what made him love being a firefighter. He got to serve people well in a very meaningful way in moments in their lives that were big moments. And he loved that. He loved being able to serve people well.
Because of other funerals happening, the U.S. Honor Network will present the flag next Thursday morning at the Cambridge Fire Hall.
Thousands of shoes were collected and donated in the Lincoln area to raise awareness and give back to those in need, all for the annual One Day Without Shoes event. Cornhusker Bank teamed up with over 100 Lincoln community businesses to collect about 34,000 pairs of shoes, as well as $6,500 for the Lincoln People's City Mission. One Day Without Shoes is in its 12th year and is an opportunity for parents and kids to shop for and donate the perfect pair of shoes for people who otherwise couldn't afford them.
Seeing the joy that brings, that they can come and get any pair of shoes that they want, is the why behind what we do. And I saw so many smiling faces and happy little ones that they were being able to pick the shoes that they wanted.
Bullock says that supply of shoes will last about a month. They're available to anyone who is registered at the mission.
Come From Away is a production at the Lead Center this weekend. Different performers are taking the stage for that show. And a drummer from Nebraska is getting the chance to perform right here in his home state. 10-11 Now's Bria Battle spoke with him and is in the studio with more. Bria.
Steve Holloway moved from Nebraska 30 years ago, and this weekend he is coming back to where his musical journey started. It's a special weekend for Steve Holloway. He is returning to Nebraska to perform at the Lead Center.
It's great to be back in Nebraska.
Holloway grew up in Fairbury and moved to New York 30 years ago, where he studied Irish music. He plays the bodhrán for the production Come From Away. The bodhrán is an Irish drum.
The bodhrán will start the song and get everybody going and get the feel for things. So when they wrote Come From Away, the music, which is based in Gander, Newfoundland, they just felt they had to have the music. They had to bring that flavor into the story.
He grew up watching his mom and older sisters play the piano, but he wanted to take a different route.
I was the renegade or the rebel, and I wanted to play the drums. I had no interest in what they were doing.
Holloway also plays the ugly stick. It's an instrument made in Newfoundland. He says he is excited to perform in front of his family and friends.
It's so cool. I mean, I certainly didn't know what bodhrán was when I lived here. It wasn't until many years later that I discovered this. So it's fun for me to come back playing something I didn't play when I was here in Nebraska.
Come From Away is about a small town in Newfoundland where dozens of planes were forced to land after the 9/11 attacks. The production will be at the Lead Center tomorrow and on Sunday.
Bria Battle reporting. Thank you, Bria. Still ahead at 5, remembering those who served on a World War II submarine named after a Nebraska city.
We'll look at the long-awaited reunion of the crew who served on the ship. Later on, your full forecast. Right now, a look at your Lincoln Weather Almanac.